Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about something I see all the time in women, cycles of overeating, overspending, and overgiving. On the surface, these look like habits, but in reality, they are signals, ways that your body and your energy are trying to help you cope with the deeper patterns. And by the end of this video, you'll understand the real reason behind these cycles and the number one way you can break free from them for good. So, if you're new here, I'm Sarah. I'm a certified medical intuitive, a quantum healer, and a mentor for women who are ready to rise. For over 20 years, I've been helping women uncover the root cause of their physical, emotional, and energetic struggles and clear the patterns and blocks keeping them just stuck. So, what I'm going to share today comes from not only science and psychology, but also decades of working with women one on one and seeing what really drives these patterns. So, overeating, overspending, and overgiving are different behaviors, but they actually all come down to the same root. It's a deep need in childhood that was never fulfilled. Now, every individual person has a very specific root. And when I work one on one with clients, we dive into that very specific root and we can go in and clear it instantly. But overall, that's basically where it leads to. It's an unfulfilled need from childhood. But it now manifests as reactivity that stems from lack, fear, insecurities in order to connect with some form of relief. So overeating is reactive behavior. It's really not about food. It's about comfort, soothing, and filling that emptiness. Overspending is reactive behavior, but it's not about money and it's not about the item bought. It's really about chasing a feeling of worth, of excitement, of filling a void, and control. Overgiving is a reactive behavior. It's unworthiness and a feeling of lack of control. It can look like kindness, but it's not just kindness. It's actually a survival strategy. And if I give enough, maybe I'll be liked, maybe I'll be loved, maybe I won't be abandoned. That's how that, manifests. So each one is an attempt to cover a wound with relief. Science supports this. Studies on emotional regulation show that the brain looks for quick dopamine hits to escape discomfort. And that's why the shopping cart, the chocolate, the constant people pleasing, it feels good in the moment, but it leaves you emptier after. I speak about misaligned energy with my clients all the time, and this is exactly what it is each time we entangle ourselves with misaligned energy, there is a cost to pay. Let's just say it's like a consequence because these patterns might seem small, but they do carry a heavy cost. So physically, that can increase your inflammation, increase your weight, increase your exhaustion and your burnout. Emotionally, this can lead to resentment, shame, a deeper sense of unworthiness and self blame. Mentally, we have those pattern loops again. It's I'm not enough, I'm not loved, nobody wants to be with me, I'll never make it, I'm never going to be successful. Spiritually, you feel disconnected from your truth of who you really are. And the hardest part is each cycle reinforces the wound, keeping you stuck in the same loop. So every time we enter this loop, whether it's overbuying or overeating, we just get stuck, locked in the loop over and over and over. So when I work with clients, we go straight to the root, clearing the blocks so the cycle ends for good. But if you're taking the steps on your own, this practice that, I'm going to share with you, it's still going to definitely move you forward in the right direction and in honestly such an incredibly powerful way. So the number one thing that you want to do with those big emotions when they come up, those big feelings, those feelings of pain, right before we want to react, is pause to interrupt this cycle. It's simple, yet very, very powerful. So here's how it looks. Instead of reaching for that unhealthy food or going through the drive-through, you pause. This is powerful and it's a reflective moment, but I want you in those moments to ask yourself, what am I actually hungry for? Because it's rarely ever the food. Before spending, I want you to pause and ask, what void am I feeling that I'm trying to fill? And drop these into the comments. I want to see what yours are so I can help you guys further. Because that purse, that outfit, those new shoes will never fill the moment. Well, it will in the moment, it will never fill you long term. And what it does is it loops you right back into the beginning. So before saying yes, from a place of people pleasing, when you'd really like to say no, and this can be something as simple as before saying yes from a place of people pleasing or over giving, saying if I don't agree to saying yes to this play date for my child, she might not be invited next time. Pause and ask, is this coming from love or need or fear or insecurities? This is how you're going to get to know yourself so much more when you ask these questions in these moments where you're triggered. So pause. That's it. That's it. Okay. This is where neuroscience and spirituality meet. So, research shows that when you pause and breathe, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for choice and logic, comes back online. Spiritually, this is where your soul, not your wound, gets to make the choice. All right, so I'm going to give you some practical steps on how to do this. So, here's a simple practice that you can literally start doing today. So I want you to notice the urge when that comes up, and you're going to feel that trigger, like you're just going to step into those old patterns again. Notice the urge and pause. And as you're practicing this in the initial stages, you might want to, in the pause stage, is put your hand over your heart and breathe slowly and exhale fully. This shifts your nervous system into a place of safety where you're not going to act impulsively. Like it actually is giving you a chance to calm your body, think, reflect, and have that moment. And that's what's really important between reflecting and just impulsivity. Then after the pause, do the opposite. So if you usually eat unhealthy food, you're going to eat something healthy. And that would be, that would not be considered impulsive. It would be considered a wise choice. If you have the urge to shop or go spend, do the opposite. Go for a walk, call a friend, read a book, do something completely different. Whatever the challenge is, pause, do the opposite. As simple as it sounds, it's not always easy and it will take practice. Think about it this way. You have hardwired your reactive behaviors into your brain like concrete. And not only for years, but usually decades. So to the brain and the nervous system, these are immensely comforting and pleasurable, which is that state of dopamine. But we need to reverse those for you to be able to rise in your life. It takes dedication and it takes repetition. But the clients and the people that I see put this to work, literally miracles are on the other side of this. And I am not exaggerating that at all. I have applied it to my life. I teach my kids this, and it is one of the simplest ways for you to up level in your life. But here's the good news as well. Talking about brains, is research on neuroplasticity shows that the brain is capable of rewiring itself at any age. Each time you pause and choose differently, you're literally creating new neural pathways for freedom. So, why are we doing all of this? And if it's going to be if it's going to be hard, every soul in the world came here to access the highest version of themselves. What does that even mean? Well, When we break through our negativity, like the emotional loops that just keep us really stuck in our habits and our ways, and we're just not able to break out of it in life, we access miracles. We actually do. These are the desires that we have held deeply within us, whether that is our soulmate or finding that dream job or the abundance just flowing in effortlessly, losing the weight and achieving that ideal body or that, that state of health that you've been desiring so much that actually can come very easily. That one pause is the beginning of everything. These cycles, they're not random in your life. They have not just come into your life, whether I'm talking about the overeating, overspending, or overgiving, they're not random. They are messages. They are invitations to pause, to listen to the deeper meaning, and then to choose differently. So, overeating, overspending, overgiving, they lose their power the moment you stop reacting and start choosing differently. And if this spoke to you today, comment choice below and let me know if you're ready to break your cycle. And don't forget to subscribe. I drop new videos every week, and they're really all about uncovering the root cause of your physical, emotional, and energetic struggles so you can finally awaken to the most amazing life right in front of you. And remember this, your pause is your power. And when you can reclaim it, you can literally reclaim your life.